A United States Navy submarine just crossed inside the inner ring of a Chinese carrier strike group. 6 warships have been hunting for this exact threat for 14 hours. They have found nothing. The submarine is 400 feet directly beneath the carrier. The South China Sea, 200 miles south of Hainan Island. The Fujian, China's newest aircraft carrier, its first with electromagnetic catapults, is running its maiden blue water deployment. This is supposed to be China's announcement to the Pacific. We have a real carrier now, and we know how to protect it. The strike group commander has 15 warships arranged in concentric rings. Anti-submarine helicopters rotate in shifts, dipping sonar every 20 minutes. The commander has every reason to feel confident. His formation is the most capable the People's Liberation Army Navy has ever put to sea. He has one problem he does not know about yet, and it weighs 7,900 tons. The first anti-submarine warfare drill goes perfectly. A helicopter dips sonar at the edge of the formation. Within 4 minutes, the operator calls a contact, bearing, range, depth. The nearest escort frigate turns to prosecute. The drill target is tracked, pinned, and simulated killed in 9 minutes. The strike group commander notes the time. They run it again 4 hours later. Different quadrant, different helicopter crew, different approach. Same result. Contact, track, kill. 8 minutes this time. Faster. The commander reviews his data that evening. His escorts are outperforming benchmarks. The towed array on his lead Type 055 destroyer is pulling clean returns out to 15 nautical miles. If anything is lurking in these waters, his formation will find it. He begins drafting a message to fleet headquarters in Ningbo. The deployment is exceeding expectations. The ASW screen is, by every metric available to him, airtight. He is measuring the wrong things. Every system in this scenario is real. Every tactic is based on actual doctrine, and the submarine sitting underneath the Fujian right now is as real as it gets. $3.4 billion worth of the quietest attack submarine the United States has ever built. The Virginia class is not quiet the way a library is quiet. Below 5 knots, it is quieter than the ocean itself. The entire machinery raft rides on rubber isolation mounts engineered to absorb vibrations before they reach the pressure hull. The propulsor, not a propeller, a propulsor, and the distinction matters, uses a shrouded pump jet design that eliminates cavitation, the millions of tiny bubble implosions that betray conventional submarines to passive sonar, like a neon sign in a dark room. At patrol speed, a Virginia generates less broadband noise than a pod of snapping shrimp. Here is what most people get completely wrong about submarine detection. You do not need to be silent. You need to be quieter than everything around you. And a carrier strike group is one of the loudest man-made environments in the ocean. 15 warships churning through the water, 30 gas turbines at full output, hull-mounted sonars hammering pings in every direction. The Fujian's own 4 shafts produce enough low-frequency energy to drown out a stretch of interstate highway. The carrier group is not failing to find the submarine. It is actively masking it. Every ping, every engine revolution, every shaft turn pours acoustic energy into the water that the Virginia vanishes into. The harder the formation hunts, the better the hiding gets. The Virginia crossed into the formation 31 hours ago. It entered from the carrier's stern, the loudest, most turbulent point in any surface ship's wake, and descended to 400 feet, directly below the Fujian's keel. The carrier's hull blocks sonar from above. The escort's towed arrays cannot separate the sub's signature from the carrier's own wake turbulence at this range. The dipping sonar from the helicopter struggles below 350 feet in the South China Sea's layered thermal conditions. The Virginia is hiding not in spite of the formation, but because of it. For 31 hours, the submarine has been collecting everything: radar emissions, communication frequencies and schedules, sonar pulse intervals, propeller blade counts for every ship in the formation, which means the US Navy can now identify each vessel by sound alone, anywhere in the world, for the rest of its service life. The Virginia has built a more complete electronic portrait of this strike group than China's own Fleet Intelligence Directorate has on file. For the crew, none of this is dramatic. It is Tuesday. Sonar operators cycle through 4-hour watches, tracking every movement above with passive sensors alone, listening, never pinging. They know which destroyer runs its auxiliary generator at 0200 because the frequency bleeds into the water like a faint hum. They know the Fujian launches its first aircraft at 00615 every morning because the electromagnetic catapult's discharge pulse travels through seawater like a kick drum. In the galley, the cook is monitoring a pot roast. 40 minutes out, the commanding officer plans to eat before the next phase of the mission, the phase that ends the strike group commander's career as he knows it. The order arrives at 0347 local time. 9 words. Compromise the formation. Make your presence known. Surface. The commanding officer reads it once, folds the printout, hands it to his executive officer without expression. They ascend. Not fast, not aggressive. A controlled rise from 400 feet. Ballast tanks shift pressure in near silence. The boat tilts upward 3 degrees. At 150 feet, the Chinese escorts have no contact. At 80 feet, the periscope breaks the surface. The Fujian's flight deck fills the viewfinder, close enough to read tail numbers on the parked J-35 fighters. The camera clicks. Ground crew visible. A sailor leaning on the port elevator railing, smoking. Then the submarine surfaces. 7,900 tons of American steel breaches the waterline, 900 yards off the Fujian's port beam. In the pre-dawn moonlight, the hull is black and slick, and impossibly large for something that was invisible 6 seconds ago. The sonar operator on the nearest Type 054A frigate hears the ballast tanks blowing before anyone sees the hull. He calls it in. His voice cracks. Range, 900 yards from the carrier. Bearing, inside the inner ring. He has no explanation for how it got there. On the Fujian's bridge, the officer of the watch sees it second. For a long moment, he does not process what he is looking at. Then he reaches for the general alarm. The tactical net detonates. Every ship goes to battle stations. The lead Type 055 slews fire control radar onto the submarine. Helicopters scramble. The carrier begins an emergency turn to starboard. The submarine does nothing. It sits on the surface, running lights on, a small American flag snapping in the wind off the sail. The commanding officer stands in the bridge cockpit with binoculars, watching the scramble the way a man watches pigeons scatter across a plaza. No weapons doors open, no targeting radar, just presence. 90 seconds after surfacing, the communications mast rises. The submarine transmits a single compressed data burst, not on a US frequency, but on the carrier strike group's own tactical coordination channel, the one the Chinese Navy uses for internal formation management. The burst contains a file. Every ship in the formation, listed by hull number, their positions, speeds, headings, their sonar frequencies and pulse intervals, their radar emission patterns, the helicopter rotation schedule, accurate to the minute, 31 hours of intelligence, formatted and delivered like an itemized invoice, slid across a restaurant table after a very expensive meal. It is the naval equivalent of discovering someone has been living in your attic for a month and finding out only because they left a detailed floor plan of your house on the kitchen counter on their way out. The submarine holds surface posture for 4 minutes. Then the commanding officer drops through the hatch. The sail slips below the waterline, and the Virginia descends back into the Pacific. Within 11 minutes, every sonar in the strike group has lost contact. 15 warships searching, active pings hammering the water. Nothing. They will not reacquire it. The strike group commander stands on the Fujian's bridge for 40 minutes without speaking. The after-action report to fleet headquarters is rewritten 3 times. The first draft is too honest. It reads like a confession. The second is too vague. The third frames the incursion as a constructive training opportunity. Nobody in Ningbo believes the third version, but it is the one that gets transmitted, because the alternative is admitting that China's most advanced carrier group was penetrated, surveilled for 31 hours, and humiliated by a single submarine it never detected, and that it learned this not from its own sensors, but from the submarine itself. Somewhere in the Western Pacific, a Virginia class continues its patrol. Same depth, same silence. The navigator finally got around to sharpening his pencil. The pot roast was acceptable, not the cook's best, but nobody complained. The commanding officer logged one line about the Fujian. There is not much to say. That is what happens when you build a carrier group to find everything except the one thing engineered to be unfindable. The Virginia did not use a secret weapon. It used physics, patience, and the fact that a carrier strike group's greatest vulnerability is the noise it generates trying to protect itself. Speaking of threats that arrive without warning, next video, we are looking at what happens when Iran sends 30 drones at a US destroyer in the Persian Gulf. The crew had 12 seconds from detection to engagement. That one drops next week. Would you have surfaced or stayed hidden and kept collecting? Drop it in the comments. Stay sharp.